Everyone thinks they know dangerous horses, maybe a wild mustang or an angry stallion. But here's what the horse world doesn't want you to know. There are breeds so fierce, so unpredictable, that even seasoned cowboys won't go near them. These aren't your grandfather's farm horses, and what I'm about to show you will change everything you thought you knew about horses. Number 20, the Ajalteque. The Ajalteque might look like something out of a fairy tale with that metallic golden coat, but don't let the beauty fool you. These desert warriors from Turkmenistan were bred for one thing: survival in the harshest conditions imaginable. What makes them dangerous isn't just their incredible speed or endurance, it's their fierce independence and hair-trigger temperament. These horses have been known to turn on their handlers without warning, especially if they sense weakness or fear. Their desert breeding gave them an almost supernatural ability to read human emotions, and they'll test every person they meet. Many experienced trainers have walked away from Ajalteques after realizing they'd met their match. In their homeland, they're called horses of heaven, but plenty of riders have found them to be more like horses from hell. Number 19, the Marwari. From the royal courts of India comes a horse that looks like it stepped out of an ancient battlefield, and that's exactly where it belongs. The Marwari, with its distinctive curved ears that can rotate 180 degrees, was bred by the Rajput warriors for combat. These horses don't just hear danger coming, they're often the ones bringing it. What makes the Marwari particularly dangerous is their unpredictable nature combined with incredible intelligence. They were trained to strike with their front hooves and bite enemies in battle, and those instincts run deep. Modern Marwaris still carry that warrior spirit, and they've been known to attack without provocation. Their curved ears aren't just for show. They can pinpoint sounds with deadly accuracy, making them nearly impossible to surprise. Many handlers have learned the hard way that these horses never truly forget their warrior heritage. Number 18, the Przewalski's horse. Here's a horse that never knew domestication, and it shows in every fiber of their being. The Przewalski's horse, also called the Taki, is the last truly wild horse species on Earth. Unlike mustangs, which are feral domestic horses, these stocky, dun-colored animals have never been broken by human hands, and they have no intention of starting now. What makes them dangerous is their complete lack of fear or respect for humans. They'll charge at full speed toward anything they perceive as a threat, and their powerful build can easily knock a grown man unconscious. Their bite is devastating, and they use it liberally. Even in captivity, they maintain their wild instincts, and handlers approach them with the same caution they'd use around a wild bear. These horses represent pure, untamed power, and they're not afraid to use it. Number 17, the Camargue horse. In the salt marshes of southern France roams a breed that looks almost mythical, the white horses of Camargue. But these aren't gentle fairy tale creatures. These horses have survived in one of Europe's harshest environments for over 1,000 years, and they've developed a toughness that borders on savage. The Camargue horses are semi-feral, living in herds and fighting for dominance constantly. They're incredibly territorial and will attack anything that threatens their space, including humans. Their hooves are rock hard from traversing salt flats, making their kicks potentially lethal. Local guardians, cowboys, treat them with extreme respect, knowing that these horses can turn deadly in an instant. The stallions are particularly dangerous during breeding season when they'll fight to the death to protect their mares. Number 16, the Brumby. Australia's wild horses might seem romantic from a distance, but up close, they're a force of nature that demands respect. Brumbies are descendants of domestic horses that went feral in the Australian outback, and generations of survival in one of the world's harshest environments have made them incredibly tough and unpredictable. These horses have developed a pack mentality that makes them particularly dangerous. They'll work together to defend their territory, with stallions coordinating attacks on perceived threats. Their hooves are like iron from traversing rocky terrain, and they're not afraid to use them. Australian stockmen approach Brumby herds with extreme caution, knowing that these horses have killed more than one experienced horseman who underestimated their wild nature. Number 15, the Nakota horse. Hidden in the Badlands of North Dakota runs a breed that most Americans have never heard of, but Native American tribes knew to approach with caution. The Nakota horse carries the bloodlines of both Native American war horses and cavalry mounts, creating a unique combination of intelligence, endurance, and barely contained wildness. What makes Nakotas dangerous is their incredible memory and their tendency to hold grudges. These horses remember every slight, every harsh treatment, and they'll wait for the perfect moment to get their revenge. They're also incredibly protective of their herd, and a Nakota stallion will fight to the death to protect his family. Their compact build hides tremendous power, and they can explode into action faster than most people can react. Many ranchers in North Dakota have learned to give these horses a wide berth. Number 14, the Soraya. From the remote regions of Portugal and Spain comes a horse that time forgot, the Soraya. These primitive horses look like they stepped out of ancient cave paintings, and their behavior is just as wild as their ancestors. With their distinctive dun coloring and zebra-like stripes on their legs, they're living links to the prehistoric past. Sorayas have never truly been domesticated, even after centuries of human contact. They maintain a fierce independence and an unpredictable temperament that makes them extremely dangerous to handle. Their survival instincts are so sharp that they'll attack first and ask questions later. These horses have been known to feign submission only to explode into violence when their handler's guard is down. Portuguese horsemen treat them with the same respect they'd show a wild boar. Number 13, the banker horse. Off the coast of North Carolina, on the Outer Banks, roams a breed that has survived shipwrecks, hurricanes, and centuries of isolation. The banker horses are small but incredibly tough, and their isolation has made them wary of humans to the point of aggression. These horses have developed unique survival skills, including the ability to dig for fresh water and eat salt marsh grass that would poison other horses. But what makes them dangerous is their unpredictable nature and their powerful kicks. Living on barrier islands has made them incredibly territorial, and they'll defend their space aggressively. Park rangers warn visitors to keep their distance, as these horses have seriously injured people who got too close. Their small size is deceptive. They pack the power of much larger horses into their compact frames. Number 12, the Exmoor pony. Don't let the word pony fool you. The Exmoor is a prehistoric survivor that has roamed the moors of southwest England for over 10,000 years. These stocky, bay-colored horses have toad eyes, hooded eyes, that give them an almost alien appearance and incredible vision in low-light conditions. Exmoors are incredibly hardy and have developed a fierce independence that makes them dangerous to handle. They're known for their explosive reactions and their ability to kick with deadly accuracy. Their thick winter coats and primitive markings mark them as living fossils, and their behavior is just as wild as their ancient ancestors. Moorland farmers approach them with extreme caution, knowing that these ponies have seriously injured experienced handlers who underestimated their wild nature. Number 11, the Garrano. In the mountains of northern Portugal and Spain lives a breed that most of the world has forgotten, the Garrano. These small, dark horses have survived in some of Europe's most rugged terrain for thousands of years, and they've developed a toughness that borders on savage. Garranos are semi-feral and incredibly territorial. They live in herds high in the mountains, and they'll attack anything that threatens their domain. Their hooves are like steel from climbing rocky slopes, and they're not afraid to use them as weapons. Local shepherds give them a wide berth, knowing that these horses have killed wolves and bears that threaten their territory. Despite their small size, they're incredibly powerful and have been known to fight off multiple attackers at once. Number 10. The Misaki horse. On a remote cape in Japan lives one of the world's most dangerous horse breeds, the Misaki. These horses have lived wild for over 300 years, and they've developed a fierce independence that makes them incredibly dangerous to approach. Misakis are known for their unpredictable temperament and their lightning-fast reactions. They'll attack without warning, using their teeth and hooves with deadly precision. Japanese researchers who study them use extreme caution, as these horses have seriously injured several people over the years. Their isolation has made them incredibly wary of humans, and they view any approach as a potential threat. The stallions are particularly dangerous during breeding season, when they'll fight to the death to protect their mares. Number 9. The Dullman pony. In the Merfelder Bruch Nature Reserve in Germany lives a breed that has remained virtually unchanged for over 700 years. The Dullman ponies are semi-feral and incredibly dangerous, especially during their annual roundup when local men risk their lives to capture the young stallions. These ponies have developed a pack mentality that makes them particularly dangerous. They'll work together to defend their territory, with multiple horses attacking simultaneously. Their kicks are devastating, and they're not afraid to use their teeth as weapons. The annual roundup is considered one of the most dangerous equestrian events in Europe, with multiple injuries occurring every year. These ponies represent pure, untamed power, and they're not afraid to use it against anyone who threatens their freedom. Number 8. The Konik. From the forests of Poland comes a breed that looks like it stepped out of the Ice Age, the Konik. These primitive horses are direct descendants of the extinct tarpan, and they carry all the wildness of their prehistoric ancestors. Koniks are incredibly hardy and have developed a fierce independence that makes them dangerous to handle. They're known for their explosive reactions and their ability to fight off predators that would kill other horses. Their primitive instincts are so strong that they'll attack anything they perceive as a threat, including humans. Polish foresters approach them with extreme caution, knowing that these horses have seriously injured experienced handlers who underestimated their wild nature. Number 7. The Heck horse. Created in Nazi Germany as an attempt to recreate the extinct aurochs, the Heck horse is a breed that carries danger in its very DNA. These horses were bred for aggression and primitive instincts, and they've retained those dangerous traits to this day. Heck horses are incredibly unpredictable and have been known to attack without warning. Their breeding program selected for wild traits, including aggression toward humans and other animals. They're incredibly territorial and will fight to the death to defend their space. European zoos that keep them treat them more like wild animals than domestic horses, using the same precautions they'd use for dangerous predators. These horses represent one of the most dangerous breeding experiments in equine history. Number 6. The Retuerta horse. In the remote Doñana National Park in Spain lives one of Europe's most dangerous horse breeds, the Retuerta. These horses have lived wild in the marshlands for centuries, and they've developed a fierce independence that makes them incredibly dangerous to approach. Retuertas are known for their unpredictable temperament and their lightning-fast reactions. They'll attack without warning, using their powerful kicks and devastating bites to defend themselves. Spanish park rangers approach them with extreme caution, as these horses have seriously injured several people over the years. Their isolation in the marshlands has made them incredibly wary of humans, and they view any approach as a potential threat. The stallions are particularly dangerous, with territorial disputes often ending in death. Number 5. The Giara horse. On the plateau of Giara in Sardinia lives a breed that has remained virtually unchanged for thousands of years. The Giara horses are small but incredibly dangerous, with a temperament that can turn deadly in an instant. These horses have survived in one of the Mediterranean's harshest environments, and they've developed a toughness that borders on savage. They're incredibly territorial and will attack anything that threatens their space, including humans. Their small size is deceptive. They pack tremendous power into their compact frames and can deliver kicks that would cripple a grown man. Sardinian shepherds give them a wide berth, knowing that these horses have killed wolves and wild boar that threaten their territory. Number 4. The Namib Desert Horse. In the harsh Namib Desert of Africa lives one of the world's most dangerous feral horse populations. These horses have survived in one of Earth's most hostile environments for over a century, and they've developed a fierce independence that makes them incredibly dangerous. Namib horses are incredibly hardy and have developed survival skills that border on supernatural. They can go for days without water and can detect danger from miles away. What makes them dangerous is their complete lack of fear and their willingness to fight to the death for resources. They've been known to attack vehicles, people, and other animals that venture into their territory. Their hooves are like iron from traversing rocky desert terrain, and they're not afraid to use them as weapons. Number 3. The Sable Island Horse. On a remote island off the coast of Nova Scotia lives one of North America's most dangerous horse populations. The Sable Island horses have survived on this windswept sandbar for over 250 years, and isolation has made them incredibly dangerous to approach. These horses have developed unique survival skills, including the ability to dig for fresh water and eat seaweed and beach grass. But what makes them truly dangerous is their unpredictable nature and their powerful kicks. The island's harsh conditions have made them incredibly territorial, and they'll defend their space aggressively. Researchers who study them use extreme caution, as these horses have seriously injured several people over the years. The stallions are particularly dangerous during breeding season, when fights often end in death. Number 2. The Chincoteague Pony. Made famous by Marguerite Henry's novel Misty of Chincoteague, these ponies might seem gentle, but they're actually one of America's most dangerous feral horse populations. Living on Assateague Island off the coasts of Maryland and Virginia, these ponies have survived hurricanes, nor'easters, and centuries of isolation. What makes Chincoteague ponies dangerous is their unpredictable nature and their powerful kicks. They've adapted to life on a barrier island, developing incredible strength and endurance. During the annual roundup, multiple injuries occur as these ponies fight desperately for their freedom. Their small size is deceptive. They can deliver kicks that would hospitalize a grown man. Park rangers warn visitors to keep their distance, as these ponies have seriously injured people who got too close, thinking they were dealing with gentle fairy tale creatures. Number 1. The Mustang. At the top of our list is America's own wild horse, the Mustang. These aren't the romantic symbols of freedom that Hollywood portrays. Real Mustangs are dangerous, unpredictable animals that have killed more people than any other horse breed in North America. Mustangs are descendants of Spanish horses that went feral in the American West, and centuries of survival in harsh conditions have made them incredibly tough and aggressive. They live in complex social hierarchies where violence is a daily reality. Stallions will fight to the death for dominance, and they view humans as just another threat to eliminate. Their kicks can shatter bones, and their bites can tear flesh to the bone. Bureau of Land Management workers who handle them use the same precautions they'd use for dangerous wild animals. These horses represent the untamed spirit of the American West, and they're not afraid to kill to protect their freedom. Every year, mustangs seriously injure or kill people who underestimate their wild nature, making them the most dangerous horses in the world. From the deserts of Africa to the plains of America, these dangerous horses prove that not all equines are gentle giants. These breeds carry wildness in their very DNA, and they're not afraid to use it. If you enjoyed learning about these incredible but dangerous animals, make sure to subscribe and check out our next video about the most beautiful horses you've never seen. Some of their stories will absolutely amaze you.